Alrighty, we got a Power Mac Cube today. Ooh, and a powerful pack. We got a Mox Jet. Let's do it. So, passing to the man himself, Mac. And, so here's the part that I don't like about this pack. I've got to take the Jet, but I'm passing Force, Mana Leak, Mana Drain, Lutri. So Mac's going to take Force. Pretty good chance my teammate takes Mana Drain, Sven there, and gets cut, but what can you do? Passing a bunch of good blue cards. There's a Mishra's Workshop there too, and a Woodfall Primus, so those may find their way back. Oh, here there's an Entomb, a Mystic Confluence, a Tinker, and a Minsc & Boo. Mac's going to take Mystic Confluence most likely. I'm not the biggest Tinker enjoyer or Entomb enjoyer. I mean, I think those both can be fine. I don't really like starting out the draft with Entomb, certainly. Tinker, I don't mind as much. But I also could just take the Mystic Confluence, or I could take Minsc & Boo. The thing is, I think I take Mystic Confluence, and here's why. I passed Mac a Force of Will, which I think he'll take over Mana Drain. He likes Force and a lot more than Drain. Minsc & Boo goes a lot less well with Force of Will than Mystic Confluence does. So I think I do want to cut the blue, pass Minsc & Boo, and take Mystic Confluence. And now I probably just take Duress over Life Death, and there's nothing else here that's all that exciting. A Coalition Relic, I guess. There's a decent chance Mac takes Tinker out of that pack. You might just take Minsc & Boo and draft, Teamer. Minsc & Boo is also very good with Force of Will, honestly. But I like this start. Had I taken Minsc & Boo, I guess I would be priced into taking, Plateau or something. Oof. This starts way better. And, a lot of people draft blue. There are worse colors to be kind of crowded in, because even if Mac takes a blue card, then Sven takes a blue card, then Jodok takes a blue card, blue's pretty good in Cube. You can do some good stuff with that. Now there's Archon. I don't think Mac took Entomb. I'm just going to pass the Archon, take Lorien Revealed. I think Lorien Revealed's great. It's incredible with Force of Will. And it's going to be good in my deck and great in Mac's deck, so let's just take that. If Mac took Entomb and is just taking Entomb, Life Death, Archon, then, I guess that's unfortunate for me. Now I take Subtlety. Yeah, this is working out nicely. Passing a Doomsday, a Cut Down, Fastbond, Vaultborn Tyrant, Voice of Victory. But I'm in for Subtlety. Makes this Lorien Revealed even better. This could be a really nice blue-black deck, I would say. There's Grief and Treasure Cruise. Grief I'm less a fan of, but I probably will take it here. I mean, I could take Cruise. Cruise is good with Duress and Lorien Revealed and Subtlety. Maybe I just take that. I just don't find Grief to be that good. I think I'd rather just take Cruise and try to build a blue interactive deck that just gets a bunch of cards into the graveyard by casting all their stuff. There's also a Galvanic Discharge, but I think I'd rather continue just taking blue cards here. And at this point, I'm just kind of hoping Mac is not playing black. But again, I think I'm reasonably confident his picks went Force of Will and then either Minsc & Boo or Tinker. I just don't think he's taking Entomb in that spot. He doesn't even love Entomb that much either. Oh, now it's a pretty easy Fractured. I think Fractured's still better than Teferi, though I do like both of them. There's also Mana Confluence and Night Scythe, but this looks like a really good Esper kind of interactive deck here. So I think Fractured is going to work out pretty nicely. Could use some lands. This deck does not have any lands yet, but Lorien Revealed is a start on fixing, so that much is nice. Now there's Lab Maniac, that Skydiver, Salvagers I like, but I'll just take a Cult Epiphany. I like this card a lot. Great with Treasure Cruise too. And pass a Dress Down. Cut off that Force of Will as best we can. I don't regret not taking Tinker. Had I been able to see the future and see that Life Death into Archon were options, maybe the Entomb would have been a pick. Mishra's Workshop is gone for what it's worth, but I wouldn't take those anyway. I could take him to Turok here. My only problem is it's pretty hard to cast. I'm considering taking just Woodfall Primus in case we see Flash. I kind of just like speccing there. Also just kind of hates it if I need to. And then here, I like Bauble. Bauble with Treasure Cruise is really nice. I don't care about Bone Shards or Overgrown Tomb. This pack, it's all green cards. I don't really think I want any of them. I could take an Endurance, but I think I'm the most likely to want to side in Outland Liberator, I guess. I could also just hate a Zerda in case Mac is trying to do some Zerda stuff, but I don't think that doesn't really make too much sense to me. Oh, another bauble. I'll take that over a talisman. All right. I mean, I'm really glad I took this Treasure Cruise. This is turning into a really fantastic Treasure Cruise deck. Double bauble, Lorien revealed. Oh, definitely want the Godless Shrine. That'll help cast Fractured Identity. Terra Sunder is a pretty nice one. All right, Tribal Flames. All right, going to pack 2. This is a very good first pack. I have a piece of power. I've got a Lorien revealed, Duress, Subtlety. I mean, Mystic Confluence. Those are pretty good ones. Here, there's Thoughtseize and Cogwork and Lion's Eye and Sword of the Meek. I'm not in a position to take... Oh, there's Breach and LED. I'm not going to take Breach or LED. I think I have to take Thoughtseize over Cogwork. Thoughtseize, I think, is above the bar, especially Cogwork already having seen our first pick in pack 2. And passing a Ragavan. Didn't see a lot of red, so decent chance Vash just takes Ragavan. And maybe Scrubland comes back. Godless Shrine went pretty late. An Academy, huh? Also a Hullbreacher and a Mind Twist and an Undermountain Adventure, a Mox Opal. How far are we from Academy? I don't think we want Academy here. I don't want Ancient Tomb. I don't want Undermountain. I don't want Mox Opal. I don't think I want Mind Twist. There's Undercity Sewers. There's Hullbreacher. Hullbreacher and try to wield Jar. We haven't seen Time Twister yet. I mean, Double Duress is a kind of nice start for that. What else could we do? We could take the Academy, but it doesn't feel like we're that close to Academy. The only reason to take Academy would be it's just the best card in the pack. I think this is probably a Hullbreacher spot, though. All right, I'll take that. Now there's Treachery, Gristlebrand. All right, that makes it less likely Mac is playing the Artifact deck. I think I might take Volcanic here. If I'm playing Hullbreacher, I might want to pick up a Wheel of Fortune if I see it. Oliphant's not doing much. I don't really care about missing out on Treachery. Let's just take Volcanic as a spec. Now there's a Narset. Oh man, this also a Lurrus. This would have been a sick Lurrus deck start, but the problem is I just think Lurrus is kind of washed. I think I just take Narset here because it's just a good Narset deck to begin with, and now I really want a draw 7. It's that or take like Smuggler. No, can't take Smuggler's Copter, Eagles, Express Federation, Spellbomb. Yeah, those are all kind of weak. Let's just take the Narset. So the Cogwork got picked first, second, third, fourth. Yeah, so that means Ragavan got taken. The Thoughtseize got taken. And the other 2 cards, I'm not even sure what were the best cards there. Okay. Now, Baleful Strix got... Oh, there's Thopter Foundry for that sword. This might just be a good Baleful Strix spot, though. Don't think I'm a gut deck. All right. Yeah, Baleful Strix looks pretty nice here. Kind of like a 4-color control deck. Oh, now there's Time Spiral to go with Hullbreacher and Narset or Spell Pierce. I honestly do think I'm just supposed to take Spell Pierce. Hullbreacher is just a good disruptive element, and if I get one of the 3-mana wheels or Memory Jar wheels, that'll be great, but I think Spell Pierce is too good of a card to pass over Time Spiral here. Don't think Spiral is... The problem I have is Spiral's 6 mana. To cast Hullbreacher and then cast Time Spiral, or much less Narset, and then have it survive for a turn and then cast Spiral, I feel like that's not as good. Wow, Paul snapped off the Cogwork. That's interesting. I wonder if that was the Academy pack, and maybe there's like... Can you imagine taking Academy Mox Opal out of the same pack? That would be sick. So now, we've got just a couple duels. There's Infernal Grasp, Enduring Curiosity. There's a bunch of good white and green. Probably just take Infernal Grasp. This deck is a little light on removal. Kvetchnik then snapped off the Cogwork. Sure, that makes sense. I mean, I'm basically just Esper Control. This Volcanic maybe doesn't do anything. And I still could use a duel for Lorien. Oh, I will take Echo of Eons, though. Echo of Eons, I mean, the LED's gone, but I don't care about passing an Othari. And I can figure out a way to use Echo of Eons. It's a really powerful card. Occult Epiphany is a way to discard it, so I got 1 already. I guess I could Thoughtseize myself, but I'm not that interested in doing that, to be honest. I also don't have a 3rd color really yet. Oh, Unmarked Grave can go get Echo, but I think I'll just take Scrubland, and that I think should get me in pretty good shape to cast this Fracture Identity out of the blue-black deck. See if Memory Jar ends up wheeling here. Does not. There's Mind Twist and Kite Sail Freebooter. You know what? I will take the Mind Twist. I think this is a spot. So Mac, less likely to have taken Bolas' Citadel, by the way, since it's still there. And less likely to be in black, given there's a couple of decent black cards here. But sure, I'll take a Mind Twist. Now I'll take Oliphant, because it can go get Volcanic. Okay, that was actually a pretty nice wheel. So speaking of wheels, if the actual card Wheel of Fortune shows up, I'm in a good position to play it. One also thing that's really nice about having Volcanic Oliphant is first of all, it fuels crews nicely, but mostly it's that if I pick up, I guess, Dak Faden, I don't think we've seen, or maybe Faithless Looting, though that's a little less likely. Just cards that are good to discard Echo. There are a couple red cards that do that. Tursa Light Shatter, that's a new addition from Tarkir. Oh, and Iteration. Yeah, I'll pass 2 decent white cards and take Iteration. This could be an Iteration deck. I think Shieldbreaker is a good sideboard card. Well, Crater Maker I think might actually be a better sideboard card. It's a little worse at killing artifacts. It costs 3 mana instead of 1 and doesn't give you a 2-for-1, but it's also a shock against creatures, which is nice. I'll take Chandra. I mean, I could just be a Grixis deck too. I have 1 white card and really just 3 black cards. Not even, 4 I guess. 5 if you count Mind Twists. Okay, so I got a decent amount of black, but only 1 white card. Lorien and Oliphant combine to get a bunch of lands too. Okay. Pack 3 time. Let's see what we got here. Well, there's the Dak Faden. There's a Watery Grave. There's a Polluted Delta. I guess there's Lingering Souls in Caracas. I really do like Dak. It's good with Hullbreacher. It's good with Echo of Eons. But I kind of think Polluted Delta as a 4-color land is going to be better. Watery Grave does make Lorien into black, but Delta gets red, black, white, and blue. I think that's probably too good to pass up. And then Wooded Foothills. So, oh man, they cogworked. Oh, they're on my team. Yes, love it. Love the first pick cogwork then. Wooded Foothills gets Volcanic, so it's a red-blue duel. I think I will take it and hope to pick up another fetcherable target or two, because I don't think Kaito is going to be even that good in this deck. I don't have very many creatures. Let's just do that. And then now there's Dismember and Toxic Deluge. I think I'll just take Dismember. Dismember is such a busted card. Deluge is great too, don't get me wrong, but I kind of feel like the 1-mana spell. There's also Barrogoyf, but I kind of feel like I just want Dismember. And then now there's the Fallen Shinobi. There's Mystical Tutor, but I don't really want a Mystical for any of these things. There's Fairy Mastermind. I could take Fallen Shinobi and try to wheel a Fairy Mastermind, or I could just take Fairy Mastermind. Fairy Mastermind's a pretty good card. Let's just take that. I'm not going to worry about these ninjas. There's the Cogwork. So it's Cogwork or Darkslick Shores or Creeping Tar Pit. I might get one of those back. Let's just Cogwork here. I think that is worth it because I feel like I can do a little better than Darkslick Shores. I don't know. Maybe not, but the fact that Wooded Foothills means that I'm also open to like random red and green duels, I think makes it so there's a lot of different options that I could end up taking that would be better than just like a Darkslick Shores. Now, yeah, I mean, we've got Duress, Thoughtseize, Spell Pierce, Mind Twist, Mystic Confluence, Fractured, some pretty good interaction, Subtlety, and then like Fairy Mastermind, Hullbreacher. I guess we're winning with like right now Fractured Identity, or just Hullbreacher Echo, or just controlling the game and I guess killing them with just some idiots or something. I don't even know. You know what card would be kind of nice in this deck? Sage of the Skies, the white 2/3 flying lifelink that copies itself if you played another spell this turn with Mox, Double Bobble, and a bunch of 1-drops. Wouldn't be bad. All right, so here there's a Preordain. There's also a bunch of Triomes, Blood Crypts, and whatnot, but I think I'll just take Preordain over a Braid. And then if any of these Triomes, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, maybe one Triome comes back, but I think Preordain is good, and I don't really want to cogwork a Triome all that much. I guess Savai Triome would have been pretty decent. I don't even know if I'd take it over Blood Crypt. I guess probably. Oh, now there's Jace and True Name. You know what? This is actually the spot. I don't care about the Necromancy. All right. I think just both of these cards will be kind of nice here. True Name is just like a pretty reasonable card at defending yourself. Though maybe I just want the Jace. Pick 7. maybe I'll just take Jace, actually. Right now, Thundering Falls and Sacred Foundry. Okay, now I will use Cogwork. I'm actually happier with that, because now this Wooded Foothills is great. It gets white source as well, and it gets a blue source. Well, I already got red-blue. One thing I need Seachrome Coast. And I think these lands are going to be better than the Darkslick Shores. Mac now slammed the Cogwork. And then here, oh, Malcolm came back? Wow, Malcolm in the Echo of Eon's deck is pretty nice. There's also Probe and Lingering Souls and Stern Scolding and Preacher, but Malcolm looks great here. Okay. Jace and Malcolm also are pretty nice little win conditions, so I feel pretty good about all that. Okay, Kaito came back, and I've actually built up a good Kaito set now. Perfect. That means Fallen Shinobi has a shot, though. Oh, wow, Toxic Deluge came back? I'm really happy about that. I could also take Dothi Voidwalker. Dothi Voidwalker is a very powerful card. But this looks more like a Toxic Deluge deck to me. And Concealed Courtyard is a card I'll play, sure. Carnage Interpreter, Shallow Grave, Abrupt Decay. I just hate the Shallow Grave. I'm not playing Carnage Interpreter. I mean, this is... And then I got a black base land that taps for a white. Yeah. Okay, so I'll be able to play Fractured off of 0 planes. I mean, I actually have more white sources than I even need, really. And this feels pretty good. All right, well, let's see how this looks. All right, so I have move the Tribal Flames in for the moment. 2 mana deal 4 if I want that. Let's see. So I actually probably don't even need this Concealed Courtyard. The Bleachbone Verge is fine. Obviously playing Godless Shrine and Scrubland, but now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white sources is plenty. I don't need the 7th, I don't think. And Concealed Courtyard has a real drawback. Okay, so I want to play like 14 land, because I have a Mox as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It says 9 blue as stated. 1 swamp is 1. Because I don't need plains, I need mountains. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red sources for a Tribal Flames iteration. Yeah, that is plenty. So I probably play 1 more swamp and 1 more island. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and this is 1, 2, 3. Wait, Wooded Foothills doesn't get black, so 4. I didn't end up with a red-black. That's a shame. Lorien doesn't get black either. That's also a shame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black sources. Okay. Oh, this is one too many lands, actually. I don't think yeah, all these look fine. So Lorien is a blue-red land. Doesn't get blue-white either. And Oliphant is blue, red, or white. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I have tons and tons of black sources. I mean, I could also just cut this Tribal Flames. I'm really like playing red for iteration in because I just have red fixing. Is there any chance I just cut the red cards? Like, what happens if I... Like, Wooded Foothills to get Volcanic and Sacred Foundry is actually fine. Oliphant is a blue-red duel, blue-red-white. Yeah, it actually seems like it's pretty good for my mana, even as Esper, to play these red things. And I think at that point, you kind of just play these other cards for free. Maybe I do, but maybe I don't play the Tribal Flames anyway. I think I like the Baubles. Definitely playing Mishra's Bauble. Urza's Bauble is a little weaker because there's not as many like combos with it. But it's nice with... where's it go? Occult Epiphany as an artifact to discard can happen, and it fills up the graveyard for Treasure Cruise. Both those things are kind of decent. And I need to cut a land as well. I was just looking to see if I cut one of the random other lands, but I guess I don't really think I do. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black. Yeah, I guess I have to cut a blue then. So the only land in my deck that doesn't provide black or blue is Sacred Foundry. Okay, well that's fine then. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and I get to cut one more card. Let me just see what happens if I do cut the Sacred Foundry. Then the Wooded Foothills only gets Volcanic. I guess I don't love that. And it's another white source for this Fractured, which I do really want to cast. Yeah, maybe it is Urza's Bauble, because I think Iteration is too good to play, though Iteration's really good with the Baubles also. Maybe it's just the Mind Twist. I don't have that much acceleration. I just have a Mox. I'll side in Mind Twist if I play against someone who Twist is good against. And then maybe I'll bring in some Mountains in case I do want to bring in like Chandra and the Goblin or something like that. All right. Let's do it. All right, time for round one. Playing against Mac. All right, I'm in for this hand. I get to go Duress, and then I get to bobble with a fetch. So as long as I don't draw lands, then it could be in okay shape. Jace, Wielder of Mysteries, Snuff Out, Mystical Tutor, Talisman. And he does have the Tinker. I think I just take the Talisman. It kind of is like making... Oh, I guess I actually should have played the bobble. No, come on. Talisman made Jace and Snuff Out worse, and he just peeled that and I drew another land. This is just classic Max. Also, my Wooded Foothills doesn't get anything. I drew the Sacred Foundry immediately. Talisman, come on. Baleful Strix, sure. That's fine. I don't really like it, but... Okay, he didn't Mystical for Tinker, so that is good at least. He's just going to slam Jace, though. And I assume mill himself. No, mill me. Hope I draw Treasure Cruise. That would be nice. Now, oh, probe. Yeah, my hand is garbage. Put that in my graveyard, play Baleful Strix, Snuff Out blanks this Fairy Mastermind, so there's that. Now I drew the Echo. That isn't going to do much. Oh, he has Demonic Consultation too. All right. Well, let's see the deck first. Okay, is he tinkering? Does he have Time Vault? He has Portal. He has Manifold Key, but probably just and a Pearl. Okay, interesting deck. Okay, well, now I know not to worry about Tinker. I do want Mind Twist in. Looking at this deck, does Dismember do anything? No, it really doesn't. So Dismember and Deluge can go out. Probably means I want like Crater Maker. It can kill one of these artifacts at least. He's got Force of Will. Yeah, and it can kill Displacer Kitten. I guess Dismember is good against Displacer Kitten. Better than Infernal Grasp. And keep Echo Vians. Hullbreacher is going to be nice here. Though it does have Snuff Out and Cut Down. So not going to be too easy. Do I want Chandra in? I don't think I want to cut the Echo Vians. I think Echo Vians could be good. Spell Pierce, Duress, Thoughts. These are all money. Is there anything I want to cut for Chandra? Is there Fractured Identity? Fractured Identity killing Jace is pretty good. All right, I think I'm running this. Talisman, come on. If I had taken the Jace, it would have worked out better. But also, if I had known he didn't have Tinker... Oh, he has Tinker for Portal, but its Tinker is not as frightening. I might have done things differently. All right, I'll keep this. I'm going to go Mox, go get Thundering Falls and play it on turn 1. And then turn 2, I can go like any of these 2-drops. Would have been nice to be able to just turn 1 the Malcolm, but, you know, this is still a pretty good hand. So let's go Mox. Well, casting it would be nice, but let's cycle to Oliphant here and get Thundering Falls. Expressive Iteration. I think I'll bin that. I can't cast it right now, first of all, and I feel like I have other things to do here. Getting griefed. Probably for my Mind Twist is my guess. But we'll see, because otherwise I just get to Mind Twist Mac back. All right, and let's just pass. We're going to Malcolm here, and I think waiting is fine. He doesn't have any 2-mana counters. We've got Cut Down and Snuff Out. Oh, he drew Tinker last game, I assume. Urza's Saga, okay. Let's play Malcolm here. Oh, Echo of Eons is interesting. Makes Hullbreacher a live draw. I could Echo here, but obviously I'm not going to do it right now. Discard Echo. Play Baleful Strix and hope to draw a red. Which I did. I don't even have that many red. Though I actually would like to find a blue now, because if I can have Mystic Confluence up, I'd be pretty happy. Okay. Saga's rolling. Attack with these two. Draw. Island. Yeah. Discard Swamp. Play an island. Let's see. Let's tap. I'm not actually casting Echo. I'm just messing with Mac. I'm just pretending like I'm going to. He can make a token. I'm going to allow it. Can make another token here. Oh, he's tapping for mana. Getting a Mox Pearl or maybe an Ether Spellbomb. Though probably the Mox. If he's tapping for mana, what is he doing here? I don't know, but I'm going to try to Mystic Confluence it. Could get Manifold Key, Mox Opal, Ether Spellbomb, from what we can see. Oh, he has a Mox Emerald also. I didn't even notice that. Lucky Mac. Tinker. All right. Counter the Tinker. And if it doesn't work, then if he has Force of Will, then that's a shame. He drew with the Spellbomb, didn't find Force of Will, and I got game 2. All right. I mean, Outland Liberator, Terra Sunder are kind of nice, but I think with just one Wooded Foothills, I don't think that's enough to splash green. Do I want Chandra? I mean, actually, Subtlety. No, Subtlety hits Jace. All right, and Displacer Kitten. That's probably fine. All right. If I draw my Mox and he doesn't draw his, that would be nice. Though he has more. Oh, I drew my Mox. Okay. And he drew his. Touche. Guess it doesn't really matter, but I'd rather use the Wooded Foothills first just because that one has fewer targets. I'm going to get Volcanic here. Well, first I'm going to Spell Pierce the Coalition Relic. I'm not going to get to play my Malcolm, unfortunately. But no way I can let this one resolve. Okay. Draw. All right. What a draw. Duress. Force of Will and him, huh? No black, no blue cards. I'm just going to take the him and play a swamp and pass. If he draws a blue card and wants to force my Malcolm, I'm okay with that. Yeah, he drew a black source, so I guess taking the him was a good idea. Malcolm. Let's hit with this and probably discard this Godless Shrine, though we'll see. Yeah, discard Godless Shrine, play Delta. Pass, and because I think I'm just going to cast Subtlety end of turn. If he wants to force it, I'm actually fine with that. Island, cast Subtlety, and there's a pretty decent chance he forces it, but who knows? Yeah, I think it's probably the right play. But this is going to make my Treasure Cruise is going to be on here, so discard. Oh, I'm going to discard Echo, and I think I'm just going to try to Hullbreacher Echo. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I guess I can Treasure Cruise for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if I draw a land here, which I didn't, all right, I could play Hullbreacher. His island in hand. I guess I'll just play Baleful Strix. If he had a really good card that I saw there, I would maybe Mind Twist for 1. Not drawing a land after drawing 4 cards is a little unfortunate. Okay. Land. Well, at this point, I kind of am just going to wait here. Guess I didn't need to play the land first, but that's fine. I'll discard this. I'll pass with Mystic Confluence, Hullbreacher, and Occult Epiphany up. He has drawn 0 spells so far. Let's... He's got 1 card in hand. I think I'm just going to Epiphany here. If he's got Cut Down or Snuff Out, it seems so bad. So let's see, discard land, creature, planeswalker, sorcery. Because now I don't need to... Because the problem is if I cast the Hullbreacher Echo Plan and he has a kill spell for the Hullbreacher, then I just lose probably, or at least it's not very good. But now I just get to cast Jace here. +2 on you. You don't use the ability, land, go, and just have Mystic Confluence up, and he's going to draw Urza Saga. You could maybe Mystical Tutor for something, but I don't think that's going to do a whole lot. I guess maybe he did draw Mystical Tutor? Demonic Consultation. 1, 2... I mean, if I just counter this 3 times, then he's going to draw Urza Saga. So, feels like I should just do this. And then he draws Urza Saga and I just kill him with stuff. All right, got him. All right, time for round 2, playing against Red-Black Reanimate. And I'm definitely going to run this hand. Could use blue. I guess I can lead on Swamp. And just go turn 1 Thoughtseize. Entomb, Gristlebrand, Burst Lightning, Mana Leak. I'm just going to take the Entomb and pass the turn here. I feel like I can play around Mana Leak pretty effectively here. And taking Entomb's got to make a lot of the cards in their deck kind of dead. Revealed Swamped. I guess I already knew about that. I mean, would like to draw an island here. Thundering Falls isn't ideal. That makes the Mana Leak, not taking Mana Leak, a little less good. I don't want Subtlety. Pass the turn. But also, they have Burst Lightning too, so... Island, Swamp. Badlands. So it's these cards plus 1 more. Let's just take my turn here. Sacred Foundry. Let's play Bleachbone Verge and pass the turn. Oh, Tomb is gone. I could cast Hullbreacher, but I feel like I could just wait. Drawing lands that aren't islands is pretty brutal, because lands are just a bad draw right now anyway. Even an island wouldn't be a good draw, but drawing lands that aren't island is especially something. Alright, mount and go. I mean, I've got more discard in my deck. Oh, Spell Pierce isn't horrible, but now this is where not drawing lands kind of punishes me a little bit. The good thing is Mana Leak is about to be dead, because I'm about to be able to just pay a bunch of mana to cast something. Okay. I gotta watch out, they can hard cast Gristlebrand. Alright, Island I guess is a better draw. So I could Narset. I think what I'm going to do is pass. End of turn cast Malcolm. What is this? Headliner Scarlet. Okay. Well now. What do I do here? I can't block it, so that part doesn't do anything. I think I play Malcolm end of turn. And that way I get to see an additional card here. I hope they just Burst Lightning it right now. They did not. Draw. Fairy Mastermind isn't terrible either. All right, let's attack. Definitely going to Spell Pierce Burst Lightning if such a thing gets cast. All right, they let me draw. Treasure Cruise. Yeah, let's discard the land. I think I just passed the turn here. I feel like they're going to burst lightning end of turn, and I'm going to spell pierce it. Since spell pierce isn't going to be super live here. They do get to exile a card to Headliner Scarlet, which is unfortunate, so they get access to 1 extra card. So they have 5 cards in hand, plus 1 exiled. And next turn, I can go, or I'm going to end of turn play Fairy Mastermind most likely. I'll take some more damage. That I don't mind too much. Let's see there. Bonehorde Dracosaur. Okay. That's unfortunate. I guess now I'll play the Hullbreachers since they can't mana leak it. And if I just draw Echo Vions, we are cruising. Let's go. Lorien Revealed. I could do that. I could also Treasure Cruise here. I could cycle Lorien Revealed first if I want. I don't, does that, let's see, so it's 5 mana. Yeah, I guess that probably does make sense to cycle it here. Two, three, four, five, 6. All right, let's hit Infernal Grasp. Dismember. Dismember works. Okay, so let's go. I think I want to play Dismember and Fairy Mastermind. So play a land, Dismember, black, and 1, 10. Yeah, that's fine. Hit for 5. I get to loot 2, so maybe I'll do something else even. Probably just discard Wooded Foothills. And I think I'm going to pass. I actually don't mind if Fairy Mastermind gets mana leaked here. And it leaves mana up. So maybe I look like I'm doing something. So Marsh Flats was the flip off Headliner. They're getting pretty close to casting Gristlebrand. Not that that's necessarily going to do much because I have a Jace here, but it is coming soon. I'm going to 7 here. I just kind of don't mind trading Fairy Mastermind for Mana Leak here. The Fairy Mastermind is just a 2 on no abilities right now because with Hullbreacher out, it's not like they can draw cards anyway. See what they do. Animate Dead, the Bonehorde Dracosaur. Okay. 4 cards in hand. Let's go Fairy Mastermind. Kind of tempting to mana leak this. I have 7 lands in play. But maybe they won't. Even if they don't, I can play Jace and bounce the Dracosaur. And it does not die. All right, so they didn't want a mana leak. Let's go land. Jace. Well, maybe I didn't need to play a land. It does play around days, which is nice. They can mana leak me here. Malcolm's also getting pretty close to being able to just cast it stuff. Bounce the Dracosaur. Crack a fetch. Interesting. Undercity Sewers. Okay. Do I like their top card? They don't mind it. All right. And I think I'm just going to hit for 5 here. And I'll chump. Or I could just let Jace die. Let's just let Jace die. Because this puts lethal into play. And discard a Mox. I guess it makes hardcast Gristlebrand into a thing, but I'm going to get to see a bunch of cards here if that's the case. So I kind of don't think hardcast Gristlebrand is going to be the play. FOMO, okay. Oh no, if they have discard Gristlebrand, Corpse Dance it, then I'm probably dead. Because now they have Mana Leak. Well, I have a treasure. Okay. So I guess I'm actually not dead yet. Because I'm going to get to Occult Epiphany for 1. So you should attack Jace with the Headliner, I think. All right. Occult Epiphany. Oh, because the FOMO, I got a treasure. That's really funny. So they are going to gain 7 off the Gristlebrand, but they can't draw any cards off it. And they didn't kill Jace with Headliner, so this actually could just be fine. Hullbreacher is a strong card. Cold Epiphany, X equals 1. Let's discard Toxic Deluge. Trump Gristlebeezy. Go to 4 here. But I have a Jason play. And my Malcolm's also entering the free mode. Yeah, I feel pretty good about this, actually. The treasure off of Hullbreacher is actually kind of what saved the day. And while I like their mana leak play, given what they had set up, like by not mana leaking Fairy Mastermind, they got to Corpse Dance with mana leak backup. It's actually going to kind of work out worse that, well, I guess if they had mana leak the Fairy Mastermind, I would have Occult Epiphany for more and I'd have some more tokens, so it's kind of fair either way. Okay, so they have 3 cards in hand. One's mana leak. Presumably the other one's, I mean, it's not a removal spell at instant speed. I know that. Draw 7 cards? Okay. I don't think that was a very good play, but you are allowed to make it. Yeah, there we go. To be honest, I think I was in pretty good shape there either way, but obviously that's not exactly the play you want to make. I do like my matchup with like Duress, Thoughtseize, Spell Pierce. Like these are just pretty good cards against the Reanimator type stuff. Do I want Mind Twist? I really like Fracture Identity. I don't think I want Mind Twist. It's a little bit slow. Maybe on the play I'll have it in, but for the time being, no need. On the draw here, and yeah, I think it worked out pretty well to get the Entomb. They played a bunch of Animates that game, and who knows how long they had those for, so the mana leak literally never got cast. All right, this hand is solid. Mount 3 good 2s and Fractured. All right, 1-time Moxjet. Just the turn 1 Malcolm. No. I'll play the Sacred Foundry because I want to play a turn 2 Malcolm. I don't want to play Baleful Strix anyways. Oh no. Well, this could be a fast one. Just turn 2 Gristlebranding me. If that's the case, that's the case. Not much I can do about that. Okay. Maybe not getting a turn 2 Gristlebrand. Maybe a turn 3 Gristlebrand? Oliphant. I've got 1 land left to get. Same with Wooded Foothills. I've got just a Thundering Falls left. Let's see, they got it. I'm representing a counterspell. Don't have one, but I'm sure representing one. I would love to just Malcolm and get to find a discard spell. Oh, sure. My hand was crap. You can take whatever you want. They take Iteration if they have a fast hand, and Fractured if they have a slightly slower one. Is kind of the way I see it. All right, Malcolm. Hopefully this doesn't get Burst Lightninged. Looks like it is getting Burst Light. No, it did not. All right, let's hit with this first because what I want to find more than anything is a discard spell. So I will also be casting Iteration, not having played a land yet, because I want to find Thoughtseize or Duress. Those are my 2 best cards. Or if I find Spell Pierce, which may or may not do it. If it's Animate Dead plus a land, it doesn't do it, but it stops Necromancy or Corpse Dance. I mean, if you had a Burst Lightning, you should have done it on your turn. So I kind of don't think I have it. All right, draw. Just discard the Oliphant. Then let's play Iteration. Spell Pierce, Duress, Thoughtseize. All right, there's Duress. So, oh wow. I get to put Bauble in hand, exile Duress, play Scrubland, Duress you. Let's go. Did we get something? No, Itali Headliner is what they had left. All right. Fair enough. I was so excited to hit that duress. I guess they didn't. They just had the Gristlebrand Entomb, but no way to convert or no way to bring it back. All right, Mountain didn't play Headliner. Top card is Dak Faden. Okay, that's fine. And I'm gonna get to hit with Malcolm again, and then play. I could play Baleful Strix, and then they get to Dak Faden and steal it. Would be the issue there. I get to see a couple new cards here, 3 actually. So hopefully they're not all lands. Okay. Dak's their top card. They actually have an unknown in hand. There's a Toxic Deluge that would kill Scarlet. I'm not thrilled. I think I want to keep this Malcolm alive, especially given how flooded I am. Oh, Kaito. Interesting. So now what I could do, land, just cast Kaito. Though actually I should just play the island. And then I'm going to stun their Headliner. And that way the Kaito doesn't take damage. And it's stunned for 2 turns. I mean, I could have +1 Kaito, go up to 5, then it gets hit down to 2 loyalty, but then I wouldn't be able to stun it next turn. So they're going to exile their Dak now. They can play Dak, but I can just kill it with my things if I want to. I mean, if they don't have anything else, of course they're going to play it. It only lasts till end of turn. And then next turn I can play like Baleful Strix and Fairy Mastermind or something like that. But yeah, I just should have played Island instead of Bleachbone Verge, I suppose. Toxic Deluge is also a card I maybe just discarding to Malcolm here. They played a land before playing Dak. Interesting. Okay, do they have a different play now? Oh, Name Sticker. And they hit... So they drew exactly Name Sticker so they could Atali. Well, maybe this Deluge is going to get to see a little play, huh? Let's see what Atali hits, I guess. Name Sticker. That was a good draw. All right. They hit Concealing Curtains, okay, and Thoughtseize. Because they hit a creature, so the Deluge would have been perfect. How brutal. Okay. Damn, that was an unlucky turn. Because the Deluge cleans up most of the Atali stuff in most cases. You know, it's not like we're just dead here, but obviously this is way worse than... them hitting almost anything else. Like, is there another card in my deck that would have been worse for me to hit there? I don't think there is. Jace the Mind Sculptor would have been pretty bad. Narset and Mystic Confluence would have been pretty good. But Treasure Cruise, I guess. But Thoughtseize might be the literal best card for them to hit. Well, I drew a Mystic Confluence. Okay, so... that's still stunned for a turn, but I could bounce it. They're at 14. I'm at 17. They have 1 unknown in hand. So I've got some options here. I could just fire off Confluence. I could bounce like Atali and draw 2 cards. And then, or I could bounce Atali and Curtains and draw a card and then hit with those. Then this is still stunned. I'm not bouncing Name Sticker. They could attack Kaito back, but if I +1 it, then it's a 3 loyalty Kaito. Yeah, that sounds good. The other option would be just hit with Malcolm past the turn. When they flip Curtains, bounce it. But my hand isn't even that good right now. I don't care if they Curtains one of those. All right. Bounce, bounce, draw. I mean, the Atali is going to come back down at some point, but I think that's fine. Okay. And +1. Now I attack for 6 here, and I get to Malcolm. Then next turn, Malcolm is free, or gets to play a spell for free. Let's draw, and I guess I will discard Moxjet. I don't think that one I need too much. All right. I don't care if I get hit by Concealing Curtains. They do get to see an extra card with Scarlet. They're going to hit Malcolm or Kaito down to 1, I assume. If they go like Mox or Ritual, they can play Atali, but I think what's most likely is I get Concealing Curtain here and I don't really care. Oh, no, this is Bonehorde Dracosaur. Okay. Let's start with Preordain. Yeah, let's just start with Preordain. If I find Dismember, I assume I probably win. Oh, Subtlety I actually kind of like. The problem with Subtlety is it means that I just don't deal with the Bonehorde Dracosaur. But it's really good to have against Atali. I think I'm going to put Subtlety on top. Like +1 Kaito. Attack with this. It's 5/6 now. Okay, they're blocking with that. That's kind of what I thought would happen. Or actually, maybe I should have played Baleful Strix first. Yeah, because if I drew Dismember, it would be really good to have played Strix first. Spell Pierce. Okay, well, Spell Pierce is kind of... The only thing that's nice about Spell Pierce is it's a blue card. So now I can go get... Oh, I only had 1 untapped island. Funny. I didn't really count. Pass. I have Fairy Mastermind and I have Subtlety for Atali. They're going to get to see a lot of cards here, so... They, of course, hit 1 and 1, so they get both things. I mean, I think I'm pretty dead now. Kind of a shame that they peeled Namestaker for Atali and then drew Bonehorde Dracosaur, though they were seeing extra cards off Headliner, so, you know, there is that. But hopefully they go for Atali and I counter it. Oh, man, do they have enough mana to Burst Lightning the Baleful Strix and do that? I'm at 17. I guess I can take a hit. I have Malcolm and Fairy Mastermind. I mean, this is potentially salvageable. We'll see what they do. I suppose I would like them to go for Atali more than anything else. Inquisition of Kozilek. All right. They can't take the Subtlety, and I want to leave a blue card in hand. Otherwise, I would cast Fairy Mastermind. Yeah. Okay, I'm pretty dead now. They had too much stuff. Like I was maybe beating an Atali. I was maybe even beating what they had here, but they had Inquisition plus Burst Lightning. Like, I mean, between Bonehorde and Headliner, they're seeing a lot of cards, and it turns out they saw a lot of cheap interaction. I was kind of lining things up so that they really needed to hard cast Atali, I Subtlety it, and then I maybe like steal the game from there. I guess I could always draw Fractured. No, Fractured's already gone. They collected Brutality that a while ago. Okay. Kaito, and then no attacks with the Bonehorde. Okay. I mean, I guess Kaito is going to die either way, so not much I can do about that. Kaito down. And then I'm going to play Bonehorde Dracosaur, or sorry, Barrowgoyf. I mean, I will Subtlety it. I know they've got an Atali in hand that I have not dealt with, but I want to try to actually win the game here. And one of the ways I could win the game is like draw Dismember the Bonehorde, attack with Malcolm, hit something good. Hullbreacher, huh? Alright, I guess I'll pass the turn. They're going to exile some cards. They hit Barrowgoyf, Fallen Shinobi. They don't look like a very good Fallen Shinobi deck. I wouldn't have minded it. I guess I'm hoping that they somehow Hullbreacher let me steal something with Hullbreacher. I don't even really think that that's much of a possibility. Like right now they're hitting for this turns into a ninja. That's 16 damage. I go to 1. Okay. I don't love it. K command. All right. That's enough. Going to game 3 here. Yeah, K-Command's pretty good. They have a lot of pretty decent cheap interaction. I think the Deluge is fine. On the play, I guess I don't mind a mind twist. I don't mind a twist, as it were. I like most of what this is happening. Let's just take a bauble. I think that I can afford to do that. Okay, let's do it. All right. On the play, what do we got? Nice, a mulligan. All right, I'm running it. So the question now is, what do I put back? Godless Shrine or Sacred Foundry? I'm definitely going to keep. I think I put back Godless Shrine. I really don't need double black all that much. They also mold, and I have turn 1 Thoughtseize. My plan is to go turn 1 Thoughtseize, probably turn 3 Mind Twist you for 2, turn 4 Jace, assuming I draw blue by then. And that seems like a reasonable way to go about things. I like Mind Twist more than Urza's Bauble in this hand. If we're both mulling and I can Thoughtseize to like make it so they can't play anything too quickly, then Mind Twist I think gets some good value. Island is a good draw. Mox Jet is a good draw. Obviously like Malcolm or something like that would be a pretty good draw. So the only thing I don't want to draw here are non-blue lands. Okay. Braid, Deep Cavern Bat, Badlands. So I'm definitely taking Deep Cavern Bat. And these are all kind of reactive cards. One way that things could go wrong for me, by the way, is, oh, they drew that. All right, that was a pretty good draw, but it's fine. Is if I Mind Twist them and hit Gristlebrand. Yeah, there's a swamp. And don't hit the Corpse Dance. That would be so brutal, but hopefully that's not the case. All right, Badlands, go. Okay. I'll wait another turn. Try land it wasn't blue. Come on, not like this, not like this. Mountain. Oh, they have mountain in hand still. All right, so I could hit them for 3 here. Ooh. I think I'm gonna wait 1 turn and Mind Twist for 4. Because they're not doing anything. Because now they play mountain. If they've drawn Mana Leak, then that's just unfortunate for me. But still wouldn't mind a blue source here. All right. Let's go. Please don't leave Corpse Dance as the only card. Hopefully. I left Gristlebrand as the only card. All right. Finally, a stroke of luck. Their one card is Gristlebrand. They have 4 mana in play. Feel pretty good about this one. Dak Faden. Shieldred. Okay. All right. That's doable because I drew the Delta, which gets. I'm just gonna get Island actually. I don't need another red, so bounce Shieldred. All right, no K command, please. See, if I had another blue, I could have played one of those, but that's okay. Okay, Shieldred's acceptable. I've got Infernal Grasp and Dismember. Let's just bounce it again. I'm going to wait on the Duress. I kind of feel like they're just not that likely to play a spell. They're probably just playing Shieldred. Yeah. And Curtains. All right, so Duress would have missed. So let's go Fairy Mastermind. Malcolm. I'm just going to take some damage off Shieldred here unless I draw. Oh, Infernal Grasp. What a draw. Infernal Grasp to Shieldred. Hit with these 2. I might lose this Jace here. If I do, then that's okay. But I'm going to see a lot of cards first. Draw. Discard Duress. Brainstorm. Oh, do I want this Toxic Deluge? I don't want to land. I don't think I'm casting Toxic Deluge. Play Wooded Foothills. Pass the turn. I guess I wish I'd kept Duress now. They're going to flip curtains. I'm okay with that. Oh, they played Dak? Instead of flipping curtains, this is an insane maneuver. I mean, maybe they can draw a land to do this, but now I'm going to get to draw a card off Fairy Mastermind, which I guess I was going to anyway, but what if they don't draw a land? Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fine. They do get to discard the Gristlebrand. I think I'm going to crack Wooded Foothills to shuffle and get Thundering Falls here. Okay. I mean, maybe that's not crazy. Is it not crazy? If they... I guess the problem is if they... This forces them to keep a land. They discarded Mana Leak. Well, that card isn't that good anyway. All right, let's crack this. Go to 8. Get Thundering Falls. Spell Pierce? No, I'll put that in my graveyard. I'll draw a card off that. And then now they just have no plays. I don't think I'm going to use Fairy Mastermind. We don't each need to draw a card here. Yeah. Let's draw. I could kill Dak here. That's probably good to do. Well, hold on. Let's go Bauble. Let's Bauble your top card. See what you got. Name Sticker Goblin. Okay, that's not too big of a threat. Let's draw 3. Okay, put back 2 lands. Land. Preordain. Bottom. Echo of Eons, huh? And let's kill Dak Phaeton. No reason to keep that thing in play. They have 1 card in hand. It's not a land. I draw off Bauble here. 16. So I assume they're flipping Concealing Curtains. Name Sticker Goblin. I kind of just want to counter that and draw 2. Because then they can't curtains either. I assume that there's still... That was their top card and they didn't have a land in hand. So counter and draw 2. And this way they can't even Corpse Dance here. Not that they have the 3rd mana. They could animate Dead the Gristlebrand, but they could have animated it last turn if that's what they had. Draw. So now if I find Hullbreacher, I basically win. Oh, I could also Fractured. Let's hit first with these things and see what I draw. Because I could hit with this, discard Echo of Eons. I'm going to see a lot of cards. Oh, there's the Hullbreacher. So now I go Hullbreacher. Land. 3, 6. So I have 3 mana left. I guess I don't need to do anything else. I don't need to play Kaito. I don't think I even need to play Jace. I could Jace bounce the curtains, but I don't think I care about that. So let's go Hullbreacher and Echo of Eons. Now Gristlebrand is gone. And we got the match. A little 2-0 start. Don't hate that. All right. Time for round 3 here. 2-0, playing against Academy this round, which I don't love that, but I kind of like any hand that goes turn 1 Duress, turn 2 Malcolm. Malcolm's so good. Really just... Compare Malcolm to like Suspicious Stowaway, and Malcolm is so much better. Hits for more damage, has flash. The hit 4 times thing is pretty real. You can ignore it like the first 2 turns, and all of a sudden it hits you the 3rd time, and you're just like, oh man, if I don't get rid of this thing the 4th time, it's, I wouldn't say lethal, but the amount of games I have lost after Malcolming the 4th time, not very high. All right, they mulled a 5. Well, Duress is even better then. Let's get in there. Mana Vault, well, I got to take Retrofitter. Not beating that card easily. Mana Vault and Remand. All right, that's... Trey acceptable. I guess I'm just going to main phase a Malcolm, thanks to that Remand. Okay, Fracture Identity is at least a decent card. Pass the turn. True Fitter, Mana Vault, Island down. And next turn, I guess I'll just hit with Malcolm to start with, because I've already got cards I don't mind discarding. Oh, did we draw a Mana Vault card? Opponent just tanking a little. If you just had Mountain Remand and then, you know, 2 lands or other counters or something, you would just be passing the turn. Oh, we are Mana Vaulting into Screaming Nemesis and Expedition Map. Those were the 2 draws? Okay, that's fine. Screaming Nemesis by itself really isn't that bad. Okay, let's hit with Malcolm. Draw. Subtlety, huh? I don't want to discard Island. Yeah, and I could Occult Epiphany for 2 here, but I think I'm just going to preordain Bleachbone Verge and Mox Jet. Oh, Mox Jet is kind of interesting too. I'll keep Mox on top. Land. Mox. I guess I'll play the Mox. Sure. Pass the turn. And I'll get... I don't know what land I want to get with this Occult Epiphany. Let's see. Well, I think I'm just supposed to get Sacred Foundry. It's not double blue, but I need a blue source for this fracture, or white source for this fracture identity at some point. Hit, and I'll probably just end up discarding Subtlety at this point, is my guess. Yeah, discard Subtlety. Play Thundering Falls. Graveyard of Pluto Delta, pass the turn. Crack Map, end of turn. Hold on. I'm going to let this happen and then probably cast Occult Epiphany for 3 here. Get Academy. Because I don't have any counter magic up, and this stops Remand from doing anything. Okay. Definitely discard Narset. I could discard Jace. I could discard Fractured and keep Thoughtseize, but I kind of just want to discard Thoughtseize, discard Jace, and keep Fractured. Treasure Cruise. They're both kind of bad against Remand. I guess Thoughtseize, but how good is Jace here? Oh, Jace, if I discard Jace, I also get 1 fewer. Oh, I guess no matter what, I'm only getting 2 tokens. Because I have 3 Sorceries and 2 Planeswalkers in hand. That's funny. I could keep Thoughtseize Fractured Identity. They're going to play an Academy next turn. They have Remand Academy, 1 unknown that's a spell. I guess maybe the Thoughtseize is good then. I could keep Thoughtseize Treasure Cruise. Maybe that's actually what I do. Just discard all my expensive cards. This actually seems good. The Screaming Nemesis is just not going to get the job done here, I don't think. I assume Academy is going to get played here. Yeah, I'll go to 10. Then I'll go to 8 off the Thoughtseize. Because I am going to cast Thoughtseize here. Third Path Iconoclast. Alright. I have a Swamp to discard, so let's just start by hitting for 3 here, I guess. Keeping Spirit back to block the Iconoclast. Discard Swamp. Let's start with Treasure Cruise, I think. I guess I am going to cast Thoughtseize this turn, so I guess I should just Thoughtseize first in case they have a 1-drop. Doesn't seem likely, but... Remand an Emberwild Captain. I mean, I think I just take Emberwild Captain. Cast Treasure Cruise, exiling those, I guess. Now we have Deluge, if I want to do that. I think I'd rather Iteration first, though. Because I can still take a hit here if I want, and put an island out here so I can play this island. They're on 11. I block that. I go to 5. Yeah, let's just play Fairy Mastermind then. And bauble. And pass the turn. Okay, so remand in hand. Oh, they're taking one more even. They're going to 10. All right. I mean, I got to have a pretty good shot here. Oh, they just scooped it up. All right, that works. Up a game against Z Academy. Do I want a Goblin Crater Maker? Yes, I do. Do I want Mind Twist? Probably not. It has a bunch of random like Screaming Nemesis, Emberworld Captain things, so all the removal seems fine. I mean, Subtlety's not amazing, but I think Spell Pierce, Duress, all those things. Yeah, I guess I'm fine to take out a bauble then. All right, let's get in there. We had some moves there. 6 lands Jace, but one of the lands is a Mox. Yeah, all right, I'm in. They're mulling. I also have Wooded Foothills to go get Polluted Delta wants to get Thundering Falls because Wooded Foothills can get more colors. Well, assuming once I don't need black. All right. I've got a couple answers to that. It's a good card though. Box. Delta pass the turn. I mean, I don't think I want to side in the green. Because I could side in like 2 forests and Terra Sunder and Outland Liberator, but that just doesn't seem like what I want to do. All right, let's crack Delta here. Let's get Thundering Falls. All right. Any action? All right. Thundering Falls. Oliphant. No, thank you. Goblin Crater Maker. Let's go. I mean, that would be the card I would want to draw most, but we'll see what we got. Godless Shrine, not exactly yet. I'll probably keep the Wooded Foothills to shuffle after like a Jace Brainstorm at some point here. I don't really want to Infernal Grasp the Servo token. That does not seem like the maneuver. Next turn. Mishra's Workshop into map. Okay. So Academy is coming soon. The good news is they can't kill Jace yet, though obviously you could have a remand here. Okay, let's draw 3. Echo of Eons, huh? Let's put 2 swamps back. Pass the turn. Crack map. No, make a token. Okay. Attack Jace down to 1. After mapping for Academy. I'm going to die pretty quickly to this Retrofitter Academy deal. Frantic Search, untapping Academy. At least they didn't float Workshop mana, which means that they don't have like a big artifact to play or something. But I mean, if I draw a Crater Maker and I can kill the Retrofitter, or Fracture Identity that also kills Retrofitter, that's pretty reasonable. And if they didn't have Academy, the Retrofitter is beatable, but the combination of the two, yeah, makes it pretty difficult. So my top card is Swamp. I'm going to crack this, get Volcanic Island here. Cast Iteration. Any Crater Makers? No, but there's Fractured. And I guess I'll put Mystic Confluence back, because I've already played a land here. I wanted to shuffle. I wanted to fetch to shuffle away that swamp. I just thought looking at an extra card is worth it. All right. And they're making another servo. I mean, if I fractured the Retrofitter and then I Deluge, that's something. I really hope that my opponent draws more cards like Screaming Nemesis. that would be helpful. Okay, well, if this fracture doesn't work, ooh, there's the Deluge. All right, well, If the fracture doesn't work, then I'm in trouble. But if it does work, just don't snap off remand, please. Yeah, all right. Oh, they messed up. That was actually a really big error. They needed to, in response. Oh, it doesn't make another token end of turn. What? That was another one. I don't understand what's happening here. Because if they had made a token response with Retrofitter, then it would have worked out way better. All right, I guess unfortunately I have to dismember the Screaming Nemesis, even though Fractured would pick it up nicely, or Deluge would pick it up nicely. Just to take a little bit less damage. Land. All right, Fractured that again. But basically, instead of remanding, they make a token, tap this for 5, make 2 more tokens, or make a token or untap. Oh, they could have made a 4/4 also. I don't know. This is all, it's all very odd what's happening here with the tokens. Okay, now you can make a 4/4. Yeah, this could have happened last turn. I do get to, I technically don't die here, though I don't think I'm going to win. Because I get to make a token. Block, go to 3. Play a 1/1? No. Bobble, okay. Bobble you. What's your top card? Voltaic Key, all right. Toxic Deluge for 1. Pass the turn. I'm kind of Retrofitter locked, but that won't last forever. Well, Crater Maker was a draw. Make a servo. Block. Key. Sure. I just need to find a Hullbreacher. Then we're money. So now, definitely playing the Crater Maker. The question is, do I I think I just blow up the Construct token, because it makes the Academy worse, and I'm not going to be like Retrofitter, untap, sacking. I just don't think that's the way it's going to be. I'd rather just remove that entirely, and then I can Retrofitter Malcolm this turn. Malcolm also gets Echo into the graveyard. And if they've drawn a creature, I can Subtlety it. So, all right. I kind of like where we're at. Retrofitter almost soloed me. I think it should have. I don't really know what happened. There's like a turn, or there's that one turn where just the Academy and Retrofitter didn't get used. And I don't really, understand it. All right. I mean, we're going to go for this. If they had a remand, they would have remanded Malcolm. Just no shot. If I can draw a discard spell, it's not a discard spell, but Hullbreacher, Echo, Yoink. Yoink has been declared. Okay, and now I've got a lot of mana. Let's get Kaito into play, I guess. Really what I need to do is them not draw Lightning Bolt. And Surveil 2 and draw. I don't want either of those. I mean, I can't counter anything anyway, so let's just get Bobble. See what the top card is. It's Lightning Bolt. Okay. Narset, I get, or let me see. Do I have anything that's an out here? I mean, Jace, their top card, was the only thing. Oh, that's so funny. Of course. Okay. I mean, they have 1 red mana. I guess I'll just Narset anyway, just to See if there's something I can find. I don't really know what it could be, if anything. They have 5 mana. Right. I'm just going to concede the game. They have a bolt there. All right, no sideboarding here. We're just going to game 3. I'd prefer to keep them in the dark here about what they're going to draw. Okay, well, this hand is great. I'm just going to go Wooded Foothills Go here. And because I want to be able to Spell Pierce Eternal and Retrofitter. Or map or anything. Against Academy, you're not really going to be too picky, I don't think. And Fetchland even makes it look less suspicious. Mana Vault? Oh yeah, we're spell piercing that thing. No shot. And then I can turn 2 iteration. Well, sorry, turn 3 iteration. I'm going to preordain to find a blue or red land would be nice. Though also I could find a duress effect. That would also be pretty good. Preordain. Dismember Sacred Foundry. Bottom Dismember. I'm going to top Sacred Foundry. Play it tapped. I already have Deluge to kill a rando creature. And this way I can cast Iteration. I mean, keeping Dismember would be tempting curve-wise, but my opponent's deck just doesn't have that many creatures. Okay, I'll cast Iteration. If this gets countered, this gets countered. Yeah, put Kaito in hand and play an island. Playing a Strix would have been nice with that Kaito there, but obviously you can't play a Strix there. That play makes no sense. Night Scythe. Sure. So I could Jason bounce the warrior, but then if the Night Scythe has a creature, that seems pretty bad. Oh wow, Night Scythe's actually really good against Jace. I could lock down. I think I'm supposed to just play Baleful Strix. What a beating. Okay. Hopefully I draw just like a Malcolm or Fairy Mastermind here. Yeah, boy. The problem is Night Scythe just makes it so either Planeswalker is not a very strong play, but playing Baleful Strix, oh man, and the Academy, huh? The third path. Okay, well, we're just going to be deluging here then. So I guess drawing this Malcolm actually wasn't as awesome as I had hoped. Oh, I get to trade for the Night Scythe? That's an amazing opportunity. I will take it any day of the week. Okay. And no other plays. Do I want to play this Malcolm? I kind of don't. I think I want a Deluge. Swamp. Bauble. Look at your top card. It's Unholy Heat. Well, that's good to know about. Deluge. X equals 2. We're getting remanded. Yeah. Kind of thought that's what was going to happen there, but there's just not much I can do about that. So they have Unholy Heat in hand. I mean, the Deluge, I just get to cast it again. And I think that that's going to be my play. I don't think I want to play Malcolm here. It's a little unfortunate. Okay, Retrofitter is a beating. Into what? Two, 3, 4 mana. All right, Deluge for 2. Play Thundering Falls. All right, can I just get a Hullbreacher? Thoughtseize. A little late on that. I kind of feel like, maybe that's fine. All right, I'll keep the Thoughtseize for now. I'm just going to see a lot of cards here, I would imagine. They get to make 2 tokens, so... Oh no, they don't get to make 2. They get to make a Thopter token. That's not the end of the world. Yeah, the remand was pretty annoying. And now, what do we got? Hit for 1. Pass. No plays. All right, let's play Malcolm. Getting unholy heated. That is fine. Takes the heat, as it were, off our planeswalkers. Thoughtseize here. Go to 7. Geez. Emberwild Captain Urza Upheaval. Okay, it's Zakarian Infiltrator too. I mean, I guess I'll take Urza. I don't even really know. I don't think I'm winning at this point. That's a lot of stuff. I'm just gonna go Jace here. Brainstorm. See what I find. No plays last turn with a pretty expensive hand. I wonder what they were trying to set up. Okay, and they're going to make those. I just can't win this game. Also, my team has already won, so I don't need to draw this out. All right, a nice 2-1 here. This deck was pretty nice. Was vulnerable against Academy, but I had Spell Pierce, Duress, Thoughtseize, Dismember. Just when you have a lot of cards like that, it works out really nicely. And this deck was a kind of an odd brew, but it worked out well. That'll do it for today. Appreciate you hanging out. Let's draft a nice little blue-black deck. Be back tomorrow with some more drafts. See you later. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.